not been putting their best effort into saving the environment. And we can help.
All of these problems are happening in the environment right now.
Environmental awareness began to rise in the 1960s through the 1970s in America. There were public concerns on issues such as city air, water pollution, and etc. The movement only focused on a few natural disasters and environmental issues. Only later on, it developed to multiple other issues.
The first Earth Day was held on April 22nd, 1970, and this sparked an influence on society to discuss more about the environment and how important it is to keep it safe.
It's Earth Night now at the Washington Monument. The protest leaders say it won't stop here because the air, the sky, and the water will continue to get dirtier and dirtier.
Action to clean things up may have begun in Washington on this Earth Day. A House Commerce Subcommittee approved a bill that would set national standards for our air and would regulate what comes out of chimneys, cars, and plane exhausts.
One of the most serious issues in our environment is climate change and global warming. The primary cause of climate change and global warming is from what is known as the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is when gases in our atmosphere trap the heat from the sun into our planet, causing our planet to heat up just as the name greenhouse effect implies.
These gases include methane, ozone, water vapor, carbon dioxide, and much more.
With ozone, the responses are absolutely the opposite. They're mainly negative responses in terms of growth. We're seeing increased levels of mortality. We're seeing increased levels of insect and disease attack on these. We see injury both in the lower leaf surface and upper leaf surface.
The first effect is the air pollution. It's all the biotic stuff that moves in after that. It's the sharks that smell blood in the water, so to speak, that causes a real problem.
This is a map of the world showing the drastic increase in carbon dioxide gases globally, starting from 2000 to 2016. As you can see, the map gradually turns redder, meaning that since 2000, the distribution of carbon dioxide gases have progressively getting larger. This negatively impacts our planet because too many carbon dioxide gases and other greenhouse gases leads into our planet's temperature rising, which will cause sea levels to rise in many droughts and drier land. There is a treaty in Paris where all countries must agree to participate in an act to reduce emissions and to help prevent climate change. Although, Trump has decided to withdraw from this treaty 1 year ago. Despite Trump's decision to withdraw from the treaty, the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, still decided to engage in the treaty
process, but we are withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord.
And how do you hope to shape that process? What is given the fact that that we're exiting from Paris but still participating? What is it that the administration hopes to achieve through that international council?
Well, when the president announced we were withdrawing from Paris, he said we're withdrawing from Paris unless we can renegotiate a better treaty. Mm-hmm. So we want to remain part of the conversation in the event that the other countries are willing to renegotiate the treaty. And at this point, most of the industrialized countries that are signatories to Paris are not meeting their obligations.
All of this shows that us, the United States, needs to address these topics revolving around the environment more so more people can realize how serious the consequences are.
Another similar perspective about this comes from Sydney Burgess from the California Air Resource District.
Well, I think we've made a lot of progress in the last 20 years, but we need to do more, especially to address climate change. And so I think what you see is that we need to move more towards clean energy, clean cars, and reducing pollution from industry. So the good news is that we've made a lot of progress. Solar energy is cheaper than it's ever been before. Electric cars are getting cheaper, and battery technology that are used in those electric cars is improving every day.
Another primary issue that the environment faces is garbage and water pollution. Multiple bodies of water consist of toxins and chemicals that affect ecosystems and food webs negatively. All kinds of garbage ends up in the ocean and many more water sources. Operation iDream prioritizes in bringing clean drinking water to children of those in Zambia and Africa.
The main environmental issue is that water pollution. Water pollution is big. We don't care what goes into the waters. We don't care what goes into the rivers. We care about our surroundings, our property. But if it's does not affect me.
Of course, there are multiple other environmental issues out there that are just as major as the ones that are more recognized. Although all of these problems will result into our Earth being intoxicated and unhealthy in the future soon enough, I encourage everyone to take the time to look for ways to prevent these issues. Even if it helps in the smallest ways, it's still helping.